What's going on, everybody? Deacon here. And I didn't upload a video last week. I shot one, but I didn't upload it because I ended up helping my wife out with a fundraiser for our youngest daughter's preschool Head Start program. And what the video was basically talking about is just how I felt of the aftermath of what happened in Ferguson. And that basically I wasn't surprised by the verdict, but I was disappointed in the aftermath and how people chose to respond after what happened. But the other thing that also bothered me about it, and even why I even hesitated even talking about it, because I wanted to see how much racism was going to actually come out from this situation. Because even with the whole Mike Brown, Darren Wilson situation, and they did use this story to race bait, it got to show me on my social media sites who was who and how people really felt about things. And it let me know who I needed to let go or who I needed to keep my eye on and where they stood on certain topics. Because I know we're not going to always agree on everything, but I know where some people's heart truly lies, because whatever's in your heart eventually, with the push of the right button, is going to come out of you. And then after thinking about further what Benjamin Watson said, the player from the New Orleans Saints, who talked about it's a sin problem, not a skin problem, I said, you know what, all right, I'm just going to see what I can do to continue to move forward and to be better of an individual and to continue in my personal fight of breaking these stereotypes. But with this whole Eric Garner situation, I'll be honest, that was a little bit more disheartening, because they actually had this on film and they still said that they weren't going to press any charges. Now, of course, I also saw some ignorant comments that people had to make, but of course, that's another thing that's to be expected, because they were just saying, well, that's what you get for resisting police. But it wasn't like the man was kicking, screaming, he wasn't fighting. And even after he told him, I can't breathe, they were still using excessive force or a hold that they could have loosened up a little bit. But you have another man who lost his life at the hands of law enforcement, and now you have people who are upset, especially black people, because this feels like it's been an ongoing thing. And one of the things I said in the video I didn't upload is that people feel this way because there's a long history going on with this, and for people to just say get over, you should do this, you should do that, is insensitive to say to people, because unless you've been through this situation, it's kind of hard for you to relate if you've never been through it. And I mean, that goes with anything in life, but if you've never gone through it, it's hard for you to relate on that level. But instead of me making this long-winded video like I did with the other one, I'm just going to basically post this question. So as a society and as a group, what do we do to move forward? It's easy for me to just start pointing fingers, to talk about how upset I am, to how frustrated I am. But one conversation that me and my wife had is just now, this is a conversation that's continuously going a cycle, but nobody's moving forward to doing anything different. One of the things my wife and I are doing, as I mentioned, with the Head Start program, we're focusing on our children's education. Not just only our children personally, but also with programs that promote education, because the only way you can change society is that if these people grow up and get in these positions, that they can make a change. Second, I'm going to start talking with my finances. Green talks more than anything else in this country. So in order to make a change, you got to be able to talk with your wallet. If you're only talking with your mouth, but you're not talking to politicians, you're not voting, you're not supporting certain businesses or not supporting causes that will actually get you the results that you want, you can't keep talking, you can't keep complaining, because you are part of the problem because you're not doing anything to help rectify the problem. So I'm going to end the video saying this to all my people out there, especially to my people of African descent. Instead of constantly telling each other black people need to change, if you're going to say we need to change, then please offer some suggestions and some things that we could do to help make a change, but also to make an impact in this country. Because that's the only way you're really going to be heard, is to actually start doing something, instead of constantly talking about some things that we need to do and things, the changes that we need to make, but you don't offer any suggestions of what those things could actually be. But as always, be wise, and until I see you guys next time,